Hi guys! So today for reading, you're going to be working on comparing and contrasting. We're going to be comparing and contrasting alligators and crocodiles based on the text that is a nonfiction text about alligators and crocodiles. And that's the name of this text. And you're going to be working on comparing and contrasting informational text under text structure in IXL. And then you're going to finish reading the story and filling in this graphic organizer and then working out on Flipgrid explaining how you were able to fill in the graphic organizer. And this week we've been working on this essential question about how can learning about animals help you respect them, and we're learning how respecting animals can help them survive in the wild and how they can benefit. If we know a little bit about them, like the butterflies, we knew that the monarch butterflies need milkweed, and people are tearing that away, and they can't find it as often. And so, if you find a place in your garden that you could plant some of that, that would help the monarch butterflies. And so, that's a good example of how respecting them can help you protect them. And so we've learned two different ways to do graphic organizers for comparing and contrasting. There's the Venn diagram that looks like this one right here, where we have the two circles. The outsides are how they're different, and in the middle right here is how that they are the same. We've also worked in class how to make our T-chart, and this is how we've compared and contrasted. And so this is something that I still like for you to use if you would like. You can draw your lines in the middle to show the differences, but you just fill in what did you learn about alligators, what did you learn about crocodiles, and then you find the things that are similar between them. Okay, and so then you can find that connection. So we're going to look right here. As you read, don't forget to annotate. Don't forget to think about what you're learning about each one. Maybe decide, like, where is it talking about alligators, and then find where is it talking about crocodiles. And then see if you can find, are the things that they're saying, are they alike, or are those things different from each other? So I'm going to look at the first page here as my model. And it says that this is the alligator picture, and then this is the crocodile picture. It says all reptiles are cold-blooded animals. In order to survive, they must keep their body temperature from getting too hot or too cold. They do this by moving to a colder or cooler or warmer place. So that's how they keep warm. So they must be reptiles. It says alligators and crocodiles are members of a group of reptiles called crocodilians. And remember, if it's in parentheses like that, that means it's telling you how to say that word. So it's crocodilians. They are the closest living relatives of dinosaurs and the world's largest reptiles. So over here, I noticed this is talking about them both. It has the clue word here that it says that it is they are the closest, right? So it's talking about both of them. It says that both alligators and crocodiles are the members. So they're both part of that. So this is things that they would have in common. So if we're looking over here in the graphic organizer of the Venn diagram, and here I'm going to write it in the middle because it's what they both are. So I can say that they're both reptiles. I can say that they are both crocodilians. If I wanted to write that, I could write crocodilians. I could also say that they are the world's largest reptiles. That's something I could write here as well. And if I was going to fill this out in a T-chart, I would write it for each of them. I could say that it is a reptile, and for crocodiles, I'd write reptile. It's the largest reptile, and I would write largest. I could say crocodilian on this side and crocodilian on this side. Okay, so this is one way to do it. And over here, remember, this would be the differences. This would be the alligator over here, and this would be the crocodile over here. And I would say how each one of those is separate, and here how they're similar. Okay, so it just depends on which one you prefer. You're going to keep reading about them throughout the rest of the pages of the book. Again, you don't have to fill in everything. On here, I said at least 4 facts, okay, in the graphic organizer. So like I was able to write 3 things right here just on this first page. So I think it would be something that you can definitely do. I would suggest doing like 4 on this side and 4 on this side, and then 4 in the middle if you can. remember, we want to keep working, right? We're almost at the end of the year, so don't give up. Keep working. Don't just do the bare minimum, right? Do what you can and show what you've learned. And so here, you can go back and practice the comparing and contrasting. The IXL practice today is really similar to what it's like on Evaluate and what it might be like on iLearn. It's a good example of the different ways that instead of having a graphic organizer like that where you have to click the buttons to show. And so it's a good practice on there. And then here in your turn book, it gives the Venn diagram here, but there's this big space at the bottom. So if you prefer to do like I had here as the can do of the T-chart, then you are more than welcome to do the T-chart here and draw it on your own. Okay, but again, don't forget to explain it on Flipgrid when you're done of how you compare and contrast and what are some of the cool facts that you learned about alligators and crocodiles. All right, I look forward to listening to your Flipgrid. Thanks, guys. Bye.